Hello, audience. I am very happy for being in the second international conference on political science and public administration. And thank you for this for our rector and dean of the faculty and our head of department. And now we have our invited speaker from Bulgaria, Professor Dr. Valentin VASILEV. And I will thank for being a part of our conference as our invited speaker. And we are going to talk about a thematic area. This is the local government system in Bulgaria. But first of all, I will give some information about Professor Dr. Valentin Vasiliev. He is a professor at National Security, Crisis Solutions and Human Resource Management at the Higher School of Security and Economics, City of Plovdiv, and head of the Center of Leadership and Public Policies at the same educational institution. In the period, he was part of Southwest University, Nefit Rilski, Belgrade, being a deputy dean of the Faculty of Law and History from the periods, as well as the head of the National Security and Public Administration Department. At the university, he went through all the academic positions: assistant, senior assistant, chief assistant, associate professor, and he successfully defined his dissertation work before the Higher Attention Commission. And in the decision of the same commission, he qualified as the associate professor. He is author of more than 100 publications in scientific publications in Bulgaria and abroad, as well as 7 monographic publications in the field of human resource management, crisis solutions, the theme of work, motivation and organizational behavior, public management and public policies, and the other. And he is also experienced in public sector, such as deputy mayor of Belgrade municipality, public mediator, ombudsman of the municipality of Belgrade, expert of project implementation in more than 20 municipal administrations, member of the Scientific Advisory Board, in the lecturer at the Institute of Public Administration, IPA, project evaluator at the Ministry of Youth and Sports and Scientific Research Fund at the Ministry of Education and Science. And his scientific finds are management and development, management of crisis solutions, organizational behavior, local public policies, and public management. And also he has a very important scientific publications for politics and security, international journal and social and scientific research. And also he's in the certificate expert in emotional intelligence by International Society for Emotional Intelligence USA and Foundation of Developing Emotional Intelligence in Bulgaria. And he has very important publications also. And so we are very happy for being together in this area. And our first question is, how can you define the local government system in Bulgaria? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for this great opportunity for me to be part of this very important and amazing symposium. For your question, public management in Bulgaria is the outcome of a young democracy with all of the challenges this come with it, including lack of law and regulations and administration that is unprepared for the changes, strong political opposition, the replacement of the civil officials, and more. The process is still ongoing since the administrative reform is still gaining traction and the effects will be felt eventually. The flexibility of company management is not accessible to public management. He needs help to rapidly and easily adjust to change in the political, social, and economic sector. the guest for answer for the creation for successful communication strategy in public sector enterprises must also consider the particular. Because of this, the development of public management in Bulgaria will primarily rely on the two factors. First, the ongoing political move in society and how well citizens adjust to it. And second, our capacity to quickly and successfully integrate into European structure, be careful, researching the experience and implementation proven management approaches and concepts. Maybe so to attain high adaptability and resistance to change, the major components of human resource management nowadays mostly relate of the intention connection to objective and always of monitoring results. A sense of purpose must be achieved. Diverse forms and opportunities for individual development must be prioritized in the management strategies of organization due to the dynamics of social processes. Weak and conflicting action must be taken to maintain a balanced attitude towards tasks of people and adaptive solutions in the relationship between balanced work personal time must be implemented. Bulgaria's local self-government system is heavily impacted by the so-called continental system of public administration, which has unique features in both in design and operation. Finding a balance between the state's general purpose and the potential for local self-government through local public policy is crucial to understanding the system. Naturally, in this sense, Bulgaria's regulatory environment has changed significantly during the past decade, particularly in this year's leading of the immediately following Bulgarian's entry into the European Union in 2007. We could point to the establishment of the Institute of Public Administration under the Council of Ministers in Bulgaria, the legal control of the civil service performance evaluation system, and multiply additional efforts as example in this regards. It's also important maybe to remember that a major focus of management efforts was to make public administration employment appealing to young people. This goal hasn't been entirely met, and this and several significant issues with it. This includes the comparatively low pay and, most importantly, the administration's negative reputation, which frequently criticized in the media, which hurts the reputation as an ethical employment and turns of young people. That's maybe my answer.
Thank you very much for this information. So, as also I read your CV, you have a great experience in municipalities. So, can you tell us about your experiences about local governments, municipalities?
Thank you very much for this question. Yes, maybe my opinion is large, but I'm pleased to say that I have had a deep professional relationship with public administration, maybe for over 25 years. It's long. It is in several directions. First of all, I have been teaching students and working employers in public administration for about 25 years. This is addition to hundreds of young people and an entire generation already serving in the state government system, including mayors, representatives of the people in the national parliament, deputies in the European Parliament, specialists in Bulgarian and European state institutions, and numerous others in the field of public administration, war, diplomacy, and national security, of course. Since the institution of public administration is in the charge of training all currently employed civil servants in Bulgaria, may more than 10 years of service as a lecturer there represents a significant turning point in my teaching career. On the other hand, holding the position of deputy mayor of Volgograd and public mediator or ombudsman of Volgograd as various times, I have directly participated in the large number of policies on the local level. The third line of practical experience is related maybe to my consulting activity, which is related to my work in the field of human resource management in more than 14 municipalities in Bulgaria, maybe more, as well as parts of the scientific advisory board in the Institute of Public Administration in Bulgaria. Of course, I particularly value my experience working with several non-governmental groups, which primarily aim to increase the activity of young people, as well as my involvement in the development, implementation, as monitoring of local public policy is especially valuable to me. I can study movements, interact with important specialists who influence local policies in various cities and contribute helpful suggestions and ideas to the creation of local policy to this experience. May be interesting for our participants that the establishment of the Emotional Intelligence Development Group in Volgograd, of which I am currently the director, is another noteworthy practice to discuss. It is an element of the AI Development Foundation, which is part of the World Society of AI Emotional Intelligence Development. I have the chance to introduce books, invite experts for fascinating subjects, and lead discussions of significant subjects in the group, most of which are centered around soft skills and the need of emotional responsibility. I'm happy that some of these ideas implemented by me and my team in municipality in Bulgaria have won national awards in competition for good practice in the field of public administration. This is nice.
Yes, it is a fascinating experiences, and we are very happy for talking about them. For example, the emotional one is very interesting, and I think also our students and the audience are very interested in these areas because the motivation is very important for public, for example. Usually in private sector, they have more professional motivational factors, but in public, usually people became study in work too many times, too many years, so they sometimes be difficult for finding motivation. So this emotional area is very important. And from this point, in your opinion, what are the strengths of Bulgarian local government system?
So it is challenging to provide a clear response for this question. Indeed, I would, however, highlight three helpful characteristics. There have been significant attempts in recent years to increase the appeal of public administration jobs for young professionals. Numerous creative and adaptive solutions are being used in these directions, including those related to social benefits, mentoring and coaching programs, leadership development, flexible motivation mechanism cater to the needs of the youth, emotional intelligence, and compensation, among many other things. The second good aspect in the implementation of a strategic approach in the civil service in Bulgaria. Good aspect in the implementation of a strategic approach in civil service development, which aims to connect human resource management with strategies are long-term, well-defined and targeted goals. Naturally, there are still challenges in utilizing this new moment. Thirdly, I would like to mention that a growing number of local government policies are being put into place to identify unique local strengths that set each municipality and region apart, whether they be in the field of maybe tourism, working with young people, agriculture, education, social services, and so on. Here, for example, an interesting moment in the use of the institution of local public mediator, ombudsman, which currently exists in Bulgaria in 9 of out of 265 municipalities which currently in Bulgaria exist, which is expected to grow this number, to grow in popularity in the future, providing citizens with additional opportunity to control public administration through this institution. Maybe this is my answer.
Yes, thank you. And what about the traits of local government system in Bulgaria? Some of the traits.
Maybe my understanding of your question is accurate. I would like to express my opinion as follows. Bulgaria is more in line with the continental system of public management. As I mentioned at the start of our discussion, naturally, new conceptual framework like new public management and principle of good governance maybe are applied in their respective places. A few weeks ago, very interesting maybe, a few weeks ago, a remarkable scientific forum was held in Bulgaria to commemorate the 30th anniversary at the publication of Reinventing Government, a foundational book by David Osborne and Ted Gabler that forms the theoretical basic for the growth of public management in many nations. 30 years later, the principles in this book remain true and in some cases even more appropriate according to the forum's judgment. Even now, the concept of management based on exact strategic framework is undoubtedly sound, particularly during crises like the ones we are currently experiencing. Naturally, I may also mention that there are some specifics for local self-government, most of which are connected shortage of experts in particular professions such as engineers, doctors, IT specialists, farmers, and others. In an effort to find answer to these problems, local governments in many locations are reaching out the colleagues and universities. That's my answer.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, aging is very important problem for usually in Europe, I think. And how did joining the European Union affects local government? This is my last question.
This is maybe a heavy question, but my answer is maybe I try to be shortly. There is no denying the benefits. They mostly have to do with opportunities that have been channeled for the use of European financial resources to implement ideas locally. Naturally, that has to do with having a strong administrative ability to work on projects, something Bulgarian is still working on. The ability to form clusters in various directions connecting cities from EU member states is a further benefit that offers significant advantage in some fields. Sharing opportunities for the exchange of workers, trainers, students, and specialists through different exchange programs is a crucial component. Naturally, access to more experienced member states' knowledge and expertise in the area of local self-government is also crucial. I would like to share one example, maybe. In 2012 and 2011, I participate in projects that researched and improved good practice in the field of human resource management from France, Greece, and Spain. The results were truly remarkable in the area of motivation and effective management. But more, as part of their management strategies, a number of institutions implementation the concepts that were accepted in Bulgaria. I'm glad that this organization continue to collaborate and share ideas and initiatives even after all these years. Furthermore, this is crucial for enhancing public services. This is my answer.
Very good. Thank you very much. And all of these informations are very important for our audience, and we are very happy for inviting you. Thank you very much. And now we are going to end of the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lulu.